Shimshon, yeah.
Yeah, the Hilula was Zera Shimshon. There was almost 500 people there.
Wow.
Almost 500 people there. The
Hilula Zera Shimshon, wow.
Yeah, the Hilula Zera Shimshon.
500 souls.
Yeah, it's measured. It's crazy.
The same as your followers. Huh?
Same as the followers. and it
There was a whole room of people learning. I went in there, learning for
we
fire.
finished all Zera Shimshon in one night.
Wow.
That was the goal.
Wow. Oh,
To
so
get-
everybody
that's-
learned their
Everybody,
own
we printed all the papers. Everyone got 8 pages.
Oh, got it.
Okay, and we mehalek it to everybody, 300 people, 280 actually, 280 people. There was more people that wanted, but we didn't have any more papers, and we
Because I found more people than learning than at the dinner.
There was well, there's 200 people at the dinner,
Right.
about 200, okay, and it was about 280 people learning. So it's 480. It's almost 500, yeah. And the rabbi was very happy. He's really shtabashimot. The next day, I went to the kotel with my friends, and we ended up learning at the kotel, Zera Shimshon.
Wow.
Yeah. I was very honored to do that. And a random guy came and sat with us. So we learned for 2 hours instead of 1 because I went over everything again. And it was very nice. It was really a big zichut, such a zichut to be a part of it. The yeshuot that we hear from it is crazy. I want to see if I can get Yoel Gold to do a spread on it. You ever hear Yoel Gold?
Yeah.
I want to
His
see
stories, they're great.
it's much
It's
better.
Ami as well.
Yeah, but it's much better if the stories are testimonies.
Right.
So that's what I want to get. I want to get testimonies.
He's in LA. You can ask him.
No, Jonah Brooke is best friends with him. He said whatever you want to call him.
Makes sense.
So anyway, so the what the best part is right now, right back to it. Right back to it. You know what I mean? You finish Zot Beracha, you start Bereshit bara Elokim et hashamayim v'et haaretz. There's no break. I remember by last year, I did a cute video where I don't like doing videos, period. I don't like it. But I took a picture of my Hazon Ovadia, Chacham Ovadia Yosef halachot on Yom Tov, right? I put it back. I think I took like Purim, like the next one, like a video of me putting the one in, or Pesach. Pesach was over, and I took like the next one, like Shavuot or whatever. I don't know, but it's to show you there's no stopping. We're on.
That's the unbelievable thing. We're very lucky on many levels, and I'm not talking about Torah, religion. We are actually really lucky. The rest of the world, they, for example, retire and there's nothing to do. The point of life goes away. With Jews, with religious Jews, it doesn't matter what you're doing. You could be working, you could be married, you could be a father, you could be a son, whatever. The main point is learning Torah, and that goes nowhere. It doesn't go stale. It has no bottom or whatever, the ceiling. And your life
Continues.
like you can be a classical musician and you've played everything there is written for your instrument. And you've played with orchestras and you played in different concert halls.
Right,
At some point you're like, okay, what else
Now
can I
what?
possibly do?
Right.
I've programmed everything I could have
Not
programmed
by
already.
us. Not
What
by
can
us.
I possibly do?
By
Peter
us,
said,
the
what do you
complete
mean
opposite.
here? Start from the beginning.
Right.
If there's nothing else.
There's always something else.
Which would
And whatever you think you did, go back because you didn't do it right. Because there's more to it.
It's unbelievable.
So we're gonna go Teitzei. We're gonna do Derush Aleph. Open up. Derush
For
Aleph.
life until the end of your presence here.
Right. Then starts the real
Go
stuff.
ahead. Anyway.
The parasha starts with Teitzei leMilchama, right? And it says in the Sifri that it's talking specifically about Milchemet Reshut. What is Milchemet Reshut? It means a milchama that anybody could, a milchama that you're going for Reshut, not a milchama that is chova, right? Like you have an obligation to go after 31 kings. Yeshua had an obligation to go after 31 kings. This concept of Teitzei leMilchama and taking a Isha Yefat To'ad is specifically about Milchemet Reshut, and not Milchemet Chova that Hashem commanded you to go take, okay, to make a war. So it says, why? Because regarding the milchama of Chova, when Yeshua came in, he had to decimate everybody. He had to kill everybody. It was not allowed to anybody to be remaining inside of Israel. As Yeshua went in, we eradicated everybody that was in it as we came in. Okay. The question is, if the Isud, why are we allowed to take a woman in war? Because Ayet Zara is mitkaber on us because we have this animalistic instinct that's on us, and because we're allowed to do that, we're allowing you to do it beheter, as so you don't do it beisud. Because if you do it because if you go to war and you see this woman, you're going to take it regardless. If you take it regardless, then at least let's Hashem say I'm going to make it mutar for you, not asud, because you're going to do it anyway. So in order to protect us, he made it asud, he made it mutar. Question is, why does this not count for milchemet chobah? Same yetzer, same animalistic instinct, but yet it's only mutar for milchemet reshut, not milchemet chobah.
Where does it say the same animalistic desires?
War is war.
No, because holy war is something that comes from Hashem, has a completely different. I'm guessing, obviously. I mean, suggesting.
I'll tell you. If that's true, if that was true, then Abraham Avinu would not be afraid when he did Pidyon Shivuyim to go get Lot. When he went to war, 4 kings, 5 kings, right, and the 4 kings won, and then Abraham steps in and whatever. He was afraid that now that he had the taste of blood, his animal instinct is going to come out.
Okay.
Specifically. So when you kill someone, God forbid, I'm not exactly, baki in that, but I'm just saying it's heavy stuff. It's not a joke. So if that's the case, why does it not include from Milchemet Hovah? Okay. How come Hashem doesn't give us this out like He does for Milchemet Reshut? Like Milchemet Reshut, that's the right way to say it. The one that you want, right, versus the one that you're not allowed. Because we know. Okay, I'll sum it up. This is going to be a short. You good with that? I'm going to make this into a short. Yoshua sent out 3. When he said that he killed everybody before he went to war. He sent out 3 letters to all the kings, everybody that lived there, and he gave them 3 options. You have 3 options. He says, 1, you could go relocate. Leave, we won't touch you. Second one is make peace with us and be like what's it called? You'd be a ger toshav or something. Stay with us. Third one is prepare for war. Okay, and you have the Girshoni, I think, did the peace. The Givonim, or I think they got Africa. They got Africa because it says in the Gemara that a land just as pretty as Yehuda is talking about Africa usually. Judah, it's talking about Africa. And the 31 kings, that's why there were 31, because it was really a couple of more. But really 31, because they're the ones that said we're going to war. But you see from this that what? The 31 kings, that's where it gets included with Lo Teheh Kol Neshama. Right? And this is the reason that they accepted the Havazonah. The Havazonah, this was before, but if the Pasuk says you have to kill Lo Teheh Kol Neshama, no one could survive. If nobody could survive, how did Rahav marry Yoshua? Because she made teshuvah. And the fact that she made teshuvah allows her to stay here. So what does that mean? If a person that we know the land will not accept anybody, right? It says that it's going to leave you very quickly. It's going to spit you out if you don't do it right. We talk about this a lot. It's important to know that you live in Israel, you have a responsibility. You have a responsibility more than you had in the States. Okay? Or Russia. Why? Because you're in God's land. And God gave it to you, so you need to be responsible. But if you're not, the land's going to spit you out. Yoshua sent these letters, these options to the kings, because if you're willing to make the Shua, you could stay. You don't have to leave. Because the land could sustain you and could handle you. If not, then it can't handle you. Right? It says, and so the same thing with Israel. The Israel, if we don't listen to the Nevi'im, if we don't listen to our rabbis, even today, Beit HaMikdash Shishon, Beit HaMikdash Sheni, we had armies. We had people. We had these things. We were, Beit Rishon, we were on top of the world. and we fell. How could it be? Because we didn't listen. We didn't keep Shabbat. We didn't do what we were supposed to do.
Crazy stuff.
It's crazy. It's
I
crazy.
mean, we're looking from here. It's like, what? You had a Bet HaMikdash with miracles, open miracles in your face nonstop. How do you go and violate the word? I mean, we live in the, yeah.
We think we're doing good. We think we're doing good. We don't know nothing. How can we think?
But we're acting partially on belief.
And then?
There was no belief. Hashem was in your face.
Oh, because you had the bit. Oh, because you had the.
Basement,
Yeah, you had 10 miracles every day in the Beit HaMikdash.
Yeah.
Well, because Yeravam didn't allow all of Israel to go. Remember, you had the 10 Shabbatim already broke. 10 and 12 and 2. So the 10 weren't allowed to go, and that's why the last one, who was the last king? It says that 10 generations of Avodah Zarah. The last one wasn't as bad as the others, but yet he was the one that the Beit HaMikdash was destroyed, right? And why? Because he was the one that took away the soldiers from the entrances to leave the city. So he opened up the roads. So Bnei Yisrael can go. If the Beit HaMikdash didn't want to go, let them go. And nobody went. So because nobody went, Hashem said, okay, now you're out.
Well, that's not Zera Shimshon. That's Nachman Kahana.
No, it was also Zera Shimshon.
He says, and nobody went. And now we have Eretz Israel, and people continue living in America like nothing changed. And they're comfortable with it.
I will be here to defend them.
Yes.
The ones inside of America, to tell you, when we were on the plane, we were crying.
Someone asked a question. He
We
said,
had no idea what we were doing.
the golden calf was made right after the miracles of the Machas and the Geula, the redemption. Same question there.
Huh?
The what? The golden calf. Ask it again, please.
The golden calf was made right after the miracles of the plagues and the redemption. So there's times of revelation, and yet we're still full.
Oh, so I'll tell you, the Egel was different. The Egel happened. I'll tell you something even crazy about the Egel. The fact, it's a great question. How could you fall? You were so inspired. So inspired. You had Hashem coming out there. And then also we did the Egel. How could it be? The answer is that inspiration without Torah is very dangerous. Mm-hmm. As easily as you go up, is as fast as you come down. Mm-hmm. We had the Aseret Diberot, but we didn't have the rest of the Torah yet. Moshe went back up to get it. Mm-hmm. So when we didn't have it, and we were all okay, let's do what we think is right, but we don't have any guidance, it's very dangerous. Just like in business, by the way. I want to do good, but if you do the wrong thing, you're gonna lose money. It's not all you need. Your inspiration needs to be contained. You need to have a keli. You are the keli. The Torah it puts you in the keli, and then you can go very far, much further than you ever think you can go. But only if you learn halacha, only if you learn Gemara. You understand? That's how you're going to be. How do you expect to build the building without having an architect? I want to build it. I'll buy all the tools. Great. But if I put things like this instead of like this, then my things going to look retarded. Look crazy. It doesn't make sense. Anyway, back to what we were saying.
That's why your partner needs to be is a connector. You're like, yay, we can do it. He's like, I'm not so sure.
Right.
Chaim and Yerushalayim, you know that guy? Try it.
So listen. So the whole thing about grabbing a woman, why it doesn't work with the Hemet Hova is because it's a signal. It's a siman. It's a reminder. They are here. You're coming against them because they didn't listen and they're allowing the Yetzer Haras to take over them. That's why the land is kicking them out. And that's why you're coming and you got to kill everybody because they had the option to convert. They had the option to make peace and to travel and go find, we'll give you another land, and they didn't take it. They did not take it. So now you are physically removing them, and remember that could happen to you. So it's asur for you to have this because you need to learn to control your Yetzer Hara if you're going to live here. And that's why the first reason, he's going to give you 3 different reasons. That the first reason why the Zera Shimshon is saying, it's crazy, why Yisha Yifat Tuad is not allowed to be taken in a Milchemet Hova. Because when they're taking over the land, it's specifically meant to show you that you have a responsibility when you're here. You can't just go to the beach and chill. It is not what you respond, not what's going to help. The land can't tolerate it. It can't tolerate it. It needs to be done. You need to be responsible. You can go out and do what you want, but you better make sure you learn in the morning, and you better make sure you learn at night, and you better make sure you say berachot. Tanei Dever Eliyahu says that what does Hashem want? Hashem wants you to live in the land, speak Lashon HaKodesh, and eat the perot, the fruits of Israel, and live in purity. That's all he wants. Three things. That's Tanei Eliyahu Navi says. Lashon HaKodesh, talking Lashon HaKodesh, eat the perot, eat the land, good. That's what it's there for. And be pure. What is being pure? Kiddushim to you. Watching your eyes, watching your mouth, watch what you touch. Kodesh. You gotta be cut, right.
From the backyard.
Huh?
We're eating plums from your backyard.
Are you? That's cool. Bring us some. Share the wealth.
You know what? I didn't think about it. I could have.
So that's the first reason. The second reason is different. It says, the Rambam says what in Hilchot Melachim, he says there's no eshet yifat to'ad, only in the time of capture, right? But what does that mean, the time of capture? It means after the war. You can't grab a girl while you're in the middle of war. You have other things to do, right? So he says, Bishat Shivya, what does that mean? Le'ahad milchama. Dehainu le'ahad harigat oidim. Only after you kill the enemies. You can't eat your dessert until you eat your main thing. You can't have the ice cream until you eat your vegetables. You got to kill all the people before you take the spoils. And that's what it says. Ve'ikita et kol zechura lefi harev. Then after it talks about the nashim and the tav and the behemah, you're allowed to grab, right? That you have to kill all the adults first, all the men, and then you could take the women and the children and the animals. And regarding the milchama with the shad umot, right? Yes, shad shivya af benashim after you kill the men. But regarding the sheva umot ha'olam, there's no one left. You're killing the men, you're killing the children, you're killing the women. Hashem said you have to eradicate everybody, fumigate, done deal, gotta go. And because of that, there's no women. There's no women left. So the first thing we told you is because it's a sima, it's a reminder to say you're going to move into this land now because they're not here. You got to make sure you're going to be pure and control your yetzirah. Don't allow it to take over you. You have it to the shoot. Okay, it's going to happen. We're not going to push. Not going to push the buck so much. Whatever. We'll make it mutar because it's going to do it anyway. But chovah, no, you have big responsibility. Big responsibility. It's like the first time wearing a suit, you're much more careful. Second, third time you wear the suit, it's a little. You're falling asleep on the couch on it with it. So that's the first answer. Second answer is that Bob says that doesn't matter because you got to eradicate everybody anyway. And the spoils only get split on a milchama, they shoot, right? Only after all the enemies are killed, right? But regarding the milchama of Sheva Umot, there's no such thing, you got to kill everybody. You got to kill everybody. The third answer, we're going to end with this, that the milchamet Eretz Yisrael hi chova al kol Yisrael lahalo kulam, ve'eno beyado lehayota. It's not up to you to let her live. You see a girl, I fall in love with her. I want to grab her. It's not up to you. You got to kill everybody. Shareh, because if you don't kill her, someone else will. Because everyone is obligated to kill everybody. So if that's the case, if you want to say, oh, this one I like, I want to keep, I'm going to walk by, but she's got to go. What do you mean? She's got to die. What do you mean? That's what God said. That's what Yeshua said. What did you do that for? What do you want? He said, we're killing everybody. What are you doing here? What do you think this is? It's not Mahjong. We're not playing cards. We're killing everybody. That's what it's got to be done. Right? Right? Oh, so that's regarding Sheva Mot Olam. However, regarding all the other milhamot that we do, the shoot, right? That regarding any other, like, by the way, what's an example of a war that was done that shoot? Syria, David HaMelech captured on his own. He wasn't commanded by God. He went to war, he won. So Syria is the shoot. So if we find a girl there when you're in the war, this would apply, keep the Selim Hama. But it would not apply if it was for Sheva Mot Ha'olam. You understand? And this third answer we give again is that again it's not up to you. If you don't kill her because you want to whatever with her, then someone else is going to come and kill her. Reuben's just going to come and kill the girl for you because it's I don't know who she is. She's got to die. Regarding other wars, we know we keep all the women separate or whatever spoils we want to keep, and then we all split it. We divvy it up. So Reuben says, "No, I got dibs on that one. Okay, you got to deal with that. Fine, keep the Teitzei Milchama, but you still got to kill all the enemies first." Right, as opposed to the 7 umot ha'olam that there's you eradicated clean slate. But regarding a regular war, right, that's not chovah. You would kill all the enemies and gather all the loot, and you would split it accordingly with all the soldiers. That's the difference between chovah, milchemet chovah, and milchemet reshut, and why you're not allowed. There's no concept of isha yifat to'ad regarding milchemet chovah, and there is one regarding milchemet reshut. Baruch Adonai Leolam, Amen, Amen. Guys.
Good night. Check out the shorts coming next week.
Shorts. Yeah, next week.
Should we,
Yeah, we got to move the tables around. We got to.
Good job, everyone.
Zimun?
Zimun, let's go, Zimun.
Yeah, Zimun.
Good idea.